So I didn't even know. Okay, can you check and see if it's live for me?
Okay. There's no new stream now.
What the hell? There it goes. It should be live now. Yeah, it just had the server announcement. Okay, so if you're just tuning in, I had some internet hiccups, and it decided that I didn't need the stream up. So we are back now.
Do we have a recap of the last 30 minutes?
Recap's basically people wandering around in circles. So
did that encounter happen before or after?
With the scarecrow was during all of the issues, so it may not. Yeah, so they got chased. They got chased by a scarecrow. Got one of them got some visions from the Tantabus, and now they're on their way to see the Kazites over by the Canterlot barrier.
Yeah, someone tried to pet the Tantabus, and that didn't work.
But yeah, so I said here. You guys are here now. Branch at the train tracks.
Yeah.
So, I just huge brain fart here. It also stopped the recording. Start recording again.
Yep.
I'm not sure I like Streamlabs, but it may have some more to do with the fact that my internet just gave up for a little bit there. Anyways, I guess this time we will get to just go back to doing the watch. So I'm also gonna point out for this one for you guys, not all watches will be eventful and whatnot, and sometimes travel will be kind of tedious, but this campaign we do a lot more of the travel like this. But
I'll take first watch.
Okay.
Ivory will take second.
Alright.
I'll take third. I'll take last.
Okay.
Okay.
So, if I can get... Okay. So, as you're watching, a strange-looking pony just kind of steps out from behind a tree, almost like they had been standing there this entire time, because there's no way anybody could have walked up without you noticing. And they sidle up to the firelight and just kind of pop a squat there and start making a kettle of tea. The first thing you notice is that they're wearing what appears to be a cloth mask, but with how close it's been to pressed to their face, it's almost as if it's a second skin. They also kind of reek of decay, and they're at the moment just kind of ignoring you as they are making their tea.
You aren't the normal shadowy figure I see around here. What are you doing in our camp?
So she looks up and says, "I'm waiting for the other one to wake up."
What other one?
The one's dead.
Oh. Okay. I just go into an awkward silence.
So, since you don't have a skill for it, roll IQ -2.
Okay, I still have no idea how to do that. So I'm just gonna roll it normal. Fail by 4.
Okay. So you feel like you should recognize this individual, but it's just not coming to you. No matter how hard you try to figure it out. As you're standing there, though, she does kind of look at you and says, "You're a weird one. Kind of a contradiction, aren't you?"
I guess you could say that.
I would note that with Mana Dampener, you would not actually be fully aware of that condition.
I would imagine I've had this my whole life, and I am somewhat aware of it, but I don't know exactly what it is now.
Well, you're aware that for whatever reason you can't use telekinesis like the others can, and for some reason nobody seems to be able to do what little they could do around you.
Yeah.
So, from your point of view, it could just be weird luck.
Anyone who has tried to teach me has failed to even do the things they know themselves.
Yeah. So, she just kind of makes herself at home. Then it's just sitting there.
Yeah, I've got nothing else to say to her.
Okay, so you're gonna wake up the next watch?
Yep.
Okay. I'd imagine you warned them?
Nope.
Okay.
I'm just going right to bed. I'm not doing with that.
So, I forget who his second watch was.
It was me.
Okay. So, I'm gonna have you roll your hidden lore at a -1 when you step out and see this stranger.
Success.
So, when you see this individual, you fairly quickly realize that this is the one that most people call a storyteller. The stories that you've heard about her is that she is a harbinger of bad luck. Especially if she tells you a story. But she seems pretty intent to just ignore you and sipping her tea, which is pretty much exactly the opposite of anything you had ever heard about her. She's normally fairly chatty and has a story to tell.
Ivory will go ahead and sit opposite the fire, and dig through one of his many, many bags and pull out 2 pieces of candy, and he will offer one to her.
She actually does accept it. And she looks at you and asks, "So what do you want?"
He's going to eat his piece of candy and just look her dead in the eyes and just goes, "Nothing from you."
She nods and munches on the candy and then goes back to her tea. The Tantabus is also nearby. It's just kind of sitting there staring, as usual.
I was going to ask about that.
He'll decide tonight's not the night for the Tantabus now that he has a guest. He is going to pull out his wax tablet and begin to write. Or one of his wax tablets and begin to write on it.
Okay.
I think that's pretty much the night. He just sits in silence with her.
Okay. Otherwise, your watch is fairly quiet. Although I don't think... Did you make me a perception? No, you need to make me a perception still.
No.
You made a hidden lore.
Right.
Yeah, so your watch is fairly quiet. So...
Ivory will warn the next person that we have a guest, and will tell them who he thinks they are.
Okay. So, I believe that would mean that it is Lone's turn. Hello?
I heard you. Sorry, I just had to step away from my computer for a sec. My microphone.
So, if you missed it, the storyteller is currently sitting at your camp having a cup of tea.
Oh boy, it's great that the socially awkward one gets to talk. Let's go.
Well, she's sat through 2 different watches so far. Most the party has just opted to avoid, for lack of a better way to say it.
Okay. Well, you want me to perception roll?
Yep. Because you need that for your watch. So as far as you're aware, there's nothing going on out there, other than the very distracting, half-decayed storyteller, who's sipping tea at the fire.
Hello?
She looks up at you and says, "Hello to your suit."
Who are you?
Well, some call me a storyteller.
That doesn't answer my question.
Well, I'm afraid that that's most the answer you'll get.
So, why are you here?
I'm here for the once dead one.
Do you want me to, like, wake him up, or...?
I mean, I've sat here most of the night, and it's not gonna bother me if I have to wait a bit longer. But that's up to you. I've heard he can be quite cranky.
I'll go wake him up.
So, Doc, you're being woken up.
Hey, Doc.
Yes.
There's a dead person at the campfire. They want to talk to you.
Say a dead person wants to talk.
Yeah.
At first it would say it's our problem, but I guess it's a right now problem.
I mean, didn't you die before?
Yeah, but I got better. I'm not still dead.
Yeah, but what if they got better?
Well, then you wouldn't be describing them as a dead person.
Well, I mean, they look like a dead person.
Touche.
So,
Doc goes out.
I will follow.
the storyteller looks up from her tea and says, "Oh, it's you, finally."
Yeah, you know. We don't have our cook anymore, so I've taken up the breakfast duties.
I see. Anyways, I felt like I should let you know that you've changed the stories of the Wastes once again.
What did I do this time?
I feel like it's more apt to say, what did your previous companions do?
What did they fuck up this time?
Well, you see, when one of them saw fit to bring back the FPC, they set into motion quite the problem for you. I suppose you remember the beast that lives in the ever-burning pits?
I do.
And you remember what is truly at the heart of the God Engines?
I do.
Well, it turns out that he is the heart of the biggest. Not to mention that the second largest is also waking up soon. So, I felt it might be pertinent that you know that, as your goal seems to be improving the waste.
Tell me, storyteller. What are the chances of this story for having a happy ending if I approach it as a mere mortal?
Well, is there
It doesn't need to be a happy ending for me.
Well, it depends on how you go about it, I would suppose. I can't particularly tell you what would be the best way to go about it, but there is a chance, however small it is, that you do survive, and that you make things better. However, the path that I see for you through that, it will be a long and arduous one. And you may not survive it, depending on your choices. However, unlike one of your companions, I am not a clairvoyant. I am simply a storyteller. And I have observed many stories, much like yours, throughout the years. Though yours is unique for the fact that you have died once already.
Have you heard the story of the mere mortal that has brought down a god with nothing but spite and a handgun?
She actually chuckles at this and looks at you with a grin and says, "Ah, yes, that." I'm not sure whether I should say much to that, or if I should simply let you continue on as you are.
Would it be inaccurate to say something changed within them after that?
Maybe. It would be more accurate to say that the thing that they thought changed was not what actually changed.
Well, as always, thank you for the tea. And thank you for the tea.
She nods, and as per her usual MO, she kind of just walks off into the darkness and disappears.
So, your aunt just kind of shows up out of nowhere to talk with you every once in a while?
I wish my aunt would show up out of nowhere. They made the most delicious ginger snap oatmeal cookies. That is... well, I guess some would call her the storyteller. You can think of them as a prophet of sorts, or an omen to those who have a rough path ahead of them.
Great.
But now I suspect she shows up because she has some hand in this grand game.
Great.
Also, when she shows up, don't feel discouraged to ask for a cup of tea. They're actually quite pleasant.
Fair. Sadly, I don't drink.
So, I guess at this point it's just appropriate to have Doc roll the watch perception.
Sure.
I mean, unless you had something else you wanted to do, Lone.
Nope.
Okay. So, other than the encounter with the storyteller, you don't really see much. You do see some evidence, though, that as the light begins to rise, you do see some evidence that there have been raiders in the area. Probably psychos of some sort. Although you had received in part of your report when you first came back that slavers had been a little bolder than they had been previously. So there's a chance that you may run into some of them as well.
Oh, maybe I could buy someone to carry my cart for me.
Okay. So you making breakfast for everybody?
Yep.
And I'm assuming also preparations for travel?
Yep.
Okay. Okay.
This breakfast consists of oatmeal topped with nuts and slices of jerky.
Okay.
Nice.
So I'm assuming we're gonna have Ivory do the travel survival.
Yeah.
Okay.
Before they head off, Ivory would like to disappear from the group for a moment to Oracle. Or
Okay.
to use Oracle.
Give me just a second to pull up the your sheet again for that. Gotta remember, it was 2 rolls, one to see if you see anything, and one to see what information you get from it.
Yeah.
Was it Will? That-
I don't remember.
Hold on, I gotta pull up Oracle to double check this.
Yeah, just. Oh, I don't have the PDF for that.
You're sensitive to omens. To detect an omen, it requires a sense roll. What do we?
Sense is perception.
Yeah, that's what I was figuring. Because all of. Okay, so it's an interpretation. Sense and then interpretation.
Okay. So use sense.
No, I roll those.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Or it could also be interpreted as it's done for a specific sense. So, hearing might be like hearing the omen, like the events unfolding. Sight might be like seeing it.
Okay. So as you are looking to the horizon, you see the lumbering form of what appears to be the Plague King. While it is the smallest of the god engines, it is also one of the most dangerous. And you kind of interpret that as a bad omen of sorts. Either something is about to follow you and your companions, or you're about to bear witness to something that is not great.
Damn Kazites. Okay.
I don't think that's how that advantage is supposed to work. Like, an omen is like
No,
you
it's
see like
oracle.
some small little thing. You read like tea leaves or something, and then you're supposed to interpret off of that. It's not supposed to be like a vision of like doom. I don't know. Like, you could get a sense of doom from like the way that the twig is snapped in half. But, like, I don't think you get like a vision of like, oh fuck, this thing is dangerous.
Inez?
Something bad can happen. Yeah.
Inez, I'm the DM.
Yeah, fair enough. You can do. Alright.
Okay.
That's this one.
So, that's your oracle stuff.
Alright.
You gonna
Yeah.
lead the group now?
He'll head back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then roll your survival.
Nice.
Okay. So that's wait, isn't that a crit?
I don't.
By 7.
Man,
I don't
I
understand the rules of critting in this game yet.
can't remember the crit table. Help me out here.
Oh, right, there was.
The skill's not high enough.
Okay. I was just making sure. So I think either way, I'm gonna say that you guys make it to the barrier, because you should be right about here, and it would be like an hour or two's worth of travel, essentially, to get to the foot of the barrier, because the barrier encircles the mountain. When you get there, you see a camp, but you don't see anybody milling about. You don't see the signs of that there's anybody there. What do?
He's going to immediately call the party to halt. Something is not right. The omens were bad this morning. I should have known. He's going to turn to them. I fear we may be in danger.
It tells you those.
A normal level of danger, like, or like an abnormal amount.
That's actually a really good
Whatever
question.
you would call an ambush.
Yeah, cause like,
So a normal
Like-
level of danger.
Yeah.
to be honest, this place kind of sucks, and we're kind of always in danger.
Yes, that's why I said to not go to the Kazites. Duh. Anyway.
No, I mean more broadly. Like, nowhere seems to be like that safe, especially not out in the open.
Yeah, he just blames it all on the Kazites. It's fine.
Okay.
No, that camp down there is empty. Someone is in hiding for us.
Great.
I would like to fix my bayonet.
Okay.
I guess I'll.
Ivory will quick drop his harness and everything attached in preparation for combat.
I guess I make sure my gun is loaded.
Okay. So, what about you, Lone? What are you gonna do?
I'll just ready my revolver.
Okay. So, as you guys approach, you start to see through the tent circle, and you can see corpses, and quite a few of them. Once you actually make it into the tent circle is when you really see the carnage. There are dozens of unicorns just splayed out in gruesome fashion, massive lacerations covering their bodies. Some of them are completely eviscerated, others are decapitated or have their limbs removed. Something came through here like a blender and ripped through them.
I'm just gonna. What roll am I? I'm not familiar with this system. What roll do I make to not throw up?
I would say a health check.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
So you do not lose your breakfast.
Yay. I am not very happy though.
Doc, Lone, and Fiction, while he's busy dry heaving in a corner, you recognize this as the work of either a scarecrow or its larger counterpart, the Dread Crow.
Seems our friend from the other night visited them.
Must be a sore loser.
On the upside...
Ivory's...
Go ahead.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
You first.
Okay, I was gonna say, Ivory's going to kind of double check the surroundings, make sure they're not about to get, like, pounced on.
Do you have search or observation?
Before he's going to start a ritual. He does not.
Okay. So roll me a perception -2.
Lovely.
Lone, I want you to roll me on observation.
Fuck.
I got you.
Doc's going to rack around and keep an eye out while they look around.
Okay. So, are you guys going to stick around here? Or are you going to move elsewhere for making camp?
I'll do whatever the party does.
It's probably a good idea to move away from a pile of corpses. But before they do, Ivory's going to commit a little peaceful ritual. Kind of be like, please guide their souls back to the engines and stuff like that.
Okay. So, as you are heading out, I want everybody to roll a quick perception. Okay.
Good shot.
So, Ivory and Doc, as you are walking past one of the tents, you do hear the sound of very faint, gasping breaths. What was the 3d6 for?
I didn't realize that was a roll the dice button.
Oh, okay. But you hear very faint, gasping breaths from one of the tents.
Ivory will.
Doc's gonna check it out.
Go up to. Yeah, Ivory's gonna check it out. Shotgun at the ready.
So, when you guys get in there, seemingly the only survivor of this massacre is a young mare. She seems to be about adolescent age, the unicorn, but she is badly injured. She's still alive, but is currently, essentially hanging on by a thread. If left alone, she will bleed out and die.
Doc's gonna try to stabilize.
Okay.
Ivory will try and help.
So. Okay. Is that a crit success for that one?
No, crit success is success by 10.
Success by 10. Okay.
You know, I just realized that's basically how the math works out too.
Yeah.
With a minimum of 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
And also, it doesn't count your skill being any higher than 18. So a 9 will never crit. At least I think that's how that works.
So you're able to stabilize her enough that she doesn't seem to be actively bleeding out anymore, enough to be able to move her.
I'm also gonna give him some morphine.
Okay. She is currently unconscious, but she seems to be holding steady at the moment. She will require further treatment in order to get her onto the road to recovery. So you're going to take her to your cart, Doc?
Ivory will say a prayer for her.
Yep.
Okay.
She is now under the protection of a crow. A raven.
Ivory will help carry her, even though she is a unicorn Kazite. He will take mercy on her.
Okay. So, you guys go a little ways from the camp to set up, and you actually end up finding the guardian of the Canterlot barrier, as he is doing his usual thing, just kind of pacing the entirety of the barrier. He's actually probably the easiest spell spawn to find and not die to immediately, because he is almost entirely focused on maintaining that barrier. For those of you that want to get a closer look, I'll send a picture of him, except imagine that he is essentially part of the barrier, and from his horn comes a stream of red arcane sigils, and he is constantly mumbling arcane words as well.
Anywhere near the barrier while he is here.
Say that again, Nez? The first part cut off.
I am not going to get anywhere near the barrier while he's still here.
Okay.
Don't worry, he's armless.
Yeah, but I don't want him to get mad at me.
Your psychosis runs so deep that he probably doesn't even know you're here.
Well, I don't know what's gonna happen to the barrier if I get close, is the thing.
Not much. You just can't cross it.
Yeah, but I've got an anti-magic field around myself. And this is a magical barrier, I would imagine. So I'm not gonna touch it.
The level of magic that he is using, Mana Dampener 1 wouldn't even register to it. This is for mechanical purposes.
Yeah, I'm not... Alright. There's just... Yeah.
There will be things that your Mana Dampener will not affect because of how upscaled the magic is, comparatively speaking, and it's mostly stuff like this where it's from the old world.
Yeah. The way it's supposed to work is like if you like it's built into the thing. Like you could just say like there's like a normal mana level in an area, and then that would work. Not like
this is an abnormal level.
Yeah.
You have essentially a mage that has been for the past couple hundred years repeating the same spell in a circle.
Yeah.
And essentially infusing his soul into it.
I won't be surprised if he has a mana enhancer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think that would matter in normal circumstances, but you're the DM, so...
Mana Enhancer would cancel out Mana Dampener, especially if he has a higher Mana Enhancer than you have Dampener.
Yeah, exactly. It would.
Which is funny, because that might be why all the Kazite spells fail horribly.
Well, it's probably the reason why they could do spells to begin with as well.
Yeah, but imagine trying to teach someone how to use a lighter, and the next thing you know is shooting a fireball.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate. Though I would say with somebody like Nez around, the spells that they attempted would have zero effect because of the fact that they can barely use the mana.
To be fair, I've only got like a 6 foot radius, so
yeah.
I imagine I'm not getting that close to them.
Also, if I were to allow you to take higher levels of Mana Dampener, there are certain places that if you went there and didn't know what was going on, you could essentially set off a literal magical nuke.
Okay, ow.
There was in...
Let's go, accidental annihilation.
There is a research center that Doc's previous party went to that is literally frozen in time right now. And if something were to happen to unfreeze it, it would set off a magical nuke that went wrong.
So if I reduce the mana to 0, it'll stop the time stop spell, but it won't stop the magic nuke. Got it.
The magic nuke is more of a wild magic reaction than an actual...
Yeah, I get you. Let's just keep going.
Anyways.
My character has a weird quirk. We have established this.
Yeah. So... it is almost 3 o'clock now? I think now would be a pretty decent time to put a pin in it anyways. And hopefully next time Yoshi and or Ice will both be available. But we have been going for a pretty decent amount of time, I think. Just about 3 hours now. So for those of you that may or may not still be watching, if you enjoyed that and would like to see more of it, hopefully my internet will hold up, but we will have Heart of Darkness tomorrow. Friday will be the next Alicorn Discusses podcast entry, and then after that we will have another Lost Memories. So stay tuned at that. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring the notification bell, check out all the links in the description. my Discord, my Patreon, and of course the voice mod link. Other than that, I hope everybody has a great afternoon, and don't forget to drink water.
Hydrate or dihydrate.
Well, the bomb got dropped upon us all, and the list of all unknowns is tall. But if there's anything we know, our stubbornness has shown. We'll climb up after any fall. We know who we are, but we still don't know who named us. Yeah, we know where we are, but we don't know where we came from. Leftover ashes in the sky, and the nations, all they do is fight. Yeah, the crown broke all our trust, so I guess it's up to us to save whatever's left of life. We know who we are, but we still don't know who named us. Yeah, we know where we are, but we don't know where we came from. But we still don't know who named us. Yeah, we know where we are, but we don't know where we came from.